What's up? What's up? Hi, how is everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. I feel like every day I have to remind myself what day it is. If you've been watching my stories, you're probably wondering, where has this girl been all morning? Well, I was on TikTok getting ready, as I mentioned in my stories, and then I did tell TikTok what I was doing, and I wanted Facebook and Instagram to come on over and say hi to me. Some people hopped on, some people weren't available, but if you are watching the live, you're seeing that red button. Say hi, say hello. If you are watching the replay, drop what time you're watching this, and make sure you share this out because someone definitely needs to hear this. I'm telling you, what I did today, everyone needs to do. And what I did today is something out of the ordinary. Some people would be like, you're crazy. Why would you do that? But I felt it in my heart to do it, and I did it. Let me know in the comments where you're coming in from. Let me know how we connected. I'm just wondering how we connected. But we connect with people in so many different ways, and one way is through blood, another way is through by chance, another way is through someone else. There's so many different ways that you can connect with someone, but there's one thing that you cannot deny, and that is your blood relatives, right? Put me in the chat if you can't choose your family, right? But sometimes it's good to choose your family because they are the best ones that would guide you to where exactly you need to go, but some may not. But I digress. But I wanted to come on here because, like I said, I did something today that I've never done before. So I'm not sure if you've ever done this, but about 7 years ago, I did my DNA. And when I say I did my DNA, I bought one of those Ancestry DNA kits and I spit in a cup and it says, okay, in 7 weeks, we're going to get your DNA back to you. And I took a picture of the QR code, and the QR code literally had the tracking. Okay, mailman got it. Okay, facility got it. Okay, it's processing. Okay, it's processing. Okay, it's processing. And I kept on getting, and then finally, boom, here's your DNA. And it's from Ancestry DNA. There's an app for it. There's a tree that you can create. Well, when you get this app, and when you do your DNA, whoever else does their DNA and you're related, it connects to you. So shortly after, a couple years after I did it, my sister did it. And I was like, hey, let's see if you're really my sister. And of course, as soon as her DNA was finished, boom, I got an alert. Hey, this person, Karen, she might be your sister, your mom, your aunt, somebody really close to you. I'm like, okay, you're my sister. I knew that was going to happen. And then throughout the years, now mind you, this is 7 years. Throughout the years, your DNA changes to I had a hint of Scottish. I had a hint. I'm like, I don't even know where that came from. German, I knew was in there because Yingling, my grandfather, Yingling, the Yingling beer. And then Close, my last name Close, there's European and stuff like that. And I was told I was also German on the Close side. So, somebody said that we're mutts, maybe. And then I knew there's Cherokee Indian and that kind of thing on my mom's side. So my mom's side. So all these cousins, and it's not just your first cousin, your fourth cousin comes up, your third cousin comes up, your second cousin, your actual cousin, whoever does it. And then there's another platform called 23andMe. You might have heard of it. If you've done 23andMe, drop 23 in the comments because that's the next one I'm doing. If you did the Ancestry DNA, drop DNA in the comments. I want to see who has done their, whatever. So this is the thing. I said to myself, I'm like, all these people, It's like 552 people. And not everybody has done their DNA, but they're linked to this person, they're linked to another person, or they're linked to another person. They're constantly getting linked on this tree. So I have 552 people on this tree. And I'm like, I know for sure somebody might live near me. And, part of my family, like my dad's family's from Maryland, my mom's family's from Pennsylvania. And I was like, somewhere, I live in Pennsylvania, but I don't live like back home area. Like Pennsylvania is huge. So I was like, let me like message people. I want to see where everybody is. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? You're my second cousin. And we're trying to figure out, this was back in 2018, 19, messaging people. Oh, where are you at? Where are you at? Well, there was this one cousin, and she literally is in the same area as me. She actually was born and raised in Philadelphia with her siblings. And I had no idea that her and her sisters still live in the area, actually live in my county that I live in right now. And we've chatted back and forth. And we always said, oh, we'll get together. Oh, we'll get together. Oh, we'll get together. I messaged her. I saw her post something on Facebook, and I messaged her and I said, we need to get together soon. Let's have coffee. She said, you know what? Absolutely. And you know what? My sisters live right near you. Not far, in the same county. We'll come to you and we'll meet up with you. I was like, okay. So then they were like, Wednesday. We're going to do Wednesday. We're going to meet at this place, blah, blah, blah. We'll come to you, whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm so nervous now. And I don't know why I'm so nervous, because this is my family. This is my blood. I just never met them before. And we sat there 4 hours and just chatted about how they used to go to Maryland. Well, that's where my dad's family's from. That's where my whole father's side of the family lives. They used to go to Maryland and visit their dad's brother. That's literally where my family is from. But they lived in Pennsylvania, all the way in Philly, which is not close. It's like 2.5 hours away. But they remember. And they remember going to a farm. I was like, my uncle lived on a farm. I don't know, like I was young, really young, even really young when my grandfather passed away. 'Cause and we got into that. I was going to go off onto another thing. But if I'm telling you, has anybody ever done this before? Have you ever done this before? Have you went on an Ancestry or a 23andMe and saw that your cousins, your relatives, and you ended up meeting up with them? That's what I did. I met up with cousins that I didn't even know that they were my cousins. And I was so blessed to meet them. One of them looks like looks like Glenn Close, the actress, Peggy. I don't know if you're on here watching me, but she looks like the actress. And I was like, I knew I was related to Glenn Close. And she was like, she's so funny. She started laughing. She was like, I get mistaken for Glenn Close a lot. Or that I'm related to Glenn Close. I was like, I knew she was related to us. I know my name is famous. But I digress. But let me know in the comments. It actually turned out amazing. I want to stay connected. We talked about getting together our family. It's my dad's side of the family. I mean, they're in Maryland and they're older, so I don't know how much, and I know my first cousins, they're like not as close. Some of them live in North Carolina, South Carolina area. So it's really exciting. And I just wanted to share that if you have this opportunity and you go on Ancestry DNA, and you do the whole thing, or the 23andMe, and you connect with people that are your blood relatives, I'm telling you right now, do it. Meet up with them. If you guys are close, even if you're not, plan a trip Like, if they live in Florida, plan a trip to Florida for a vacation and you just meet them for coffee. And then you spend the rest of the time either spending time with them if you don't connect, or if you do connect. If you don't connect, then you have a jolly old time in Florida while you're there. You know what I mean? I absolutely love that we did this, and I'm so grateful that we did this, but I just wanted to come on and share with you. I know I said stay tuned because I didn't have time to be in my stories, and I didn't have time to talk to you about the amazing experience that was about to happen, and I was nervous, but the experience that I had meeting my cousins, and we're fourth cousins, but it doesn't matter. We're blood, and we have so much to catch up on because we haven't caught up with each other until today. And I'm so blessed for that. But I friended all of them on Facebook, and I hope that we can stay connected, and I hope that we can still chit chat and everything. And I found out that one of them is like, her son's a veteran, so I hooked her up with like vet ticks. So you always see me go to these games and stuff like that for free, and I hooked her son up. And then my cousin is she was a nurse, so she can get hooked up on those tickets for that. But I absolutely love that we were able to connect. And if you ever have a chance, I'm just saying, you need to do it. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you. And I hope I didn't scare you. And I was just trying to I didn't have time to talk, and I didn't have time to express what I was going through, but I was happy that I was able to. And I feel blessed, and I feel amazing. And I hope you guys have a blessed day too.